There is a very dangerous idea embedded into self-help, self-development, and any recommendation for success. And unless you understand what this idea is, why it is false, and what to do instead, you may be keeping yourself trapped without knowing why. In this video, we'll talk about what the idea is, why it's false, and what to do instead. And the idea is very simple, that there exists, that it is possible to be given a blueprint to success. That you can look out into the world, you can look at your step-by-step blueprint, do this, do this, do this, and then get success. This sounds compelling because we humans do not like unfamiliar things. This is the basis behind the law of commitment and consistency. We continue to do what we continue to do. We would rather do something familiar and get an average result than do something unfamiliar and get a better than average result, or get a potentially better than average result. This is one of those ancient instincts that helped us in the past but can get in the way today. But consider how this is presented to us. We have this guy who says, I've been successful, I'll tell you exactly what I did, and if you copy what I did, you'll get what I got. But the reason this can't be true is because any kind of success requires knowing what to do and knowing what not to do. And successful people don't have any idea what they didn't do to avoid failure. So whenever they give you a blueprint for success, it is missing at least half of the information. And even the stuff they did do, they probably don't remember it that accurately. So any blueprint for success is missing at least half of the information. Another reason blueprints for success can't be true, can't be valid, is because the world is always continuously unfolding before us. Every time we do something, we have no idea what's going to happen. You could say the same exact thing in the same exact way to 10 different people and get 10 completely different results. You could say the same exact thing in the same exact way to the same person on 10 different days and get 10 different results. Sales companies hire salespeople by the truckload, and they give them all the same step-by-step process, the same sales script, the same sales pitch. And it works for some people, but it doesn't work for other people. So the same idea holds for a blueprint. It might work for some in some ways, it might work for others in other ways, and you'll have no really idea of why it works for some and not for others. And even if you did have a legitimate blueprint, where you're not operating on other people, you're operating on inanimate objects, it still requires trial and error learning. For example, if somebody gave you a piece of sheet music and said, follow this exactly on this piano and you'll produce a beautiful song. That's true, but unless you're a highly skilled musician who can sight read instantly, that is going to take a lot of trial and error learning. And if you don't know how to play music, it's going to take a lot more trial and error learning. So the idea of a blueprint for success sounds very compelling because of our ancient instincts, but it absolutely does not work. So what does work? In order to be successful, you need to put yourself in situations that are unfamiliar and be willing to try something to get closer to your desired outcome and be open to whatever feedback you get. This is the only path to success, to be comfortable in unfamiliar situations and be willing to try something just to see what happens. And this will build your own personal blueprint for success. Because every time you do something in an unfamiliar situation and you get a good result, whatever you did is going to be encoded into your mind-body system. Whatever you did to get a not so good result is also going to be encoded into your mind-body system. So every time you try something in an unfamiliar situation and you get feedback and you're open to the feedback, that will help you get better and better. You will be building your intuition about what to do in those situations. And the more you do this, the more you'll become a natural in whatever field you want to become a natural in. A natural trader of Forex, a natural seducer, a natural public speaker. But it's very, very simple. You have to get comfortable in unfamiliar situations. You have to try something where you don't know what's going to happen and simply be open to the feedback. This is what Aeschylus, an ancient Greek playwright and philosopher, said when he said, or what he meant when he said, memory is the mother of wisdom. The more you go through life and try things just to see what happens, and the more you are open to the feedback, the more wisdom you'll be creating, the more memories you'll be creating. And what to do will be based more and more on your intuition than any kind of silly blueprint. This is the path to nearly guaranteed success, so long as you are willing to accept unfamiliar situations and try something and be open to the feedback. The more you will build your intuition and the more you'll become a natural. So try this out. Let me know what you think in the comments. To learn more about how to become much more persuasive with your communication, check out the links below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.